Steve Jewin, MMA Mania.
Douglas, you're now on with Steve June of MMA Mania. Go ahead, Steve.
The Phenom Douglas Lima. Always good to talk to you. How are you feeling today?
Likewise, man. Feeling really good. How about you?
I'm feeling great, and I'm really looking forward to this fight you've got at Bellator 164. You're challenging Koreshkov and trying to get back that title that was once yours.
Good. I'm ready for it, man. I'm ready for it. Been training really hard, and I can't wait to dance with him one more time.
Well, before I get a little more in-depth in that, I want to tell you something that Paul Daly said to me recently. I had a chance to talk to him about his upcoming fight, and he said he's got to consider you one of the top 5 fighters in Bellator. He was beaten by one of the best. What do you think about that?
Man, it feels good to hear, of such a game opponent like Daly. He's got all my respect as well, man. I've been following him for a long time. It was an honor, to fight a guy of his caliber. Even though all the talk before the fight, all the nonsense we say to each other, I mean, I mainly didn't say much, but, it is to sell the fight, but I do, got a lot of respect for him.
It seems like a lot of respect was earned both ways, and it was a very good fight, a lot of fun to watch, and this one should be another fun as well, and now it'll be an even better fight than the last time you fought Koreshkov, because as we've talked about in previous interviews, now you're coming in injury-free.
Yep. Different this time, my man. Injury-free. I'm finally happy, excited, no doubts, in my head, none of that. What if this happened? What if that happened? Right now, I'm just there to fight. Man, I feel good. I trained very hard for this, man. I was able to do everything finally, to wrestle. I was able to train, striking, jiu-jitsu. So, man, really just looking forward for a great battle, against such a great opponent like Koreshkov, man. I can't wait.
We also saw a great performance from him in his last fight, Bellator 153, with Benson Henderson. Did you take away any little tips or tricks from that fight that you can use in this one?
Man, not really. I kind of expected the fight to go the way it went. I got some money with him on that fight, and I bet it that he was going to beat him, and he did. No, I just see that he's improving. Like everybody should, and he's doing his homework, and I've done my homework as well, and I'm ready for him.
Well, are you surprised that Benson Henderson went back down to lightweight after that fight? It kind of seemed like he was a little overmatched at welterweight.
Yeah, man, I was not surprised at all. He was definitely undersized there. Welterweight, that's a big jump. But no, I mean, good for him, man. He's always done great at 155. I think that's a better weight class for him. He's a big boy for 155, but not 170, So I think that was the right choice for him. And he did it tough, man. He did it really good. And I know he's going to do a lot better at 155.
Well, speaking of weight, what is your weight now? I'm sure it's got to be pretty close to fight weight, given how close the fight is.
Well, it's okay. Same as I always have. About 20 pounds, something like that. But, nothing different, man. It always sucks, but we always get it done. So just looking forward to weighing in and then finally fighting. But the first fight is a scale, and we got to do it, So it'll happen. Can't wait. It'll be fun.
How do you feel about being the first main event of a Bellator card in Israel? It's never happened before. This is the first time ever.
Yeah, I feel honored, man. A great show in a beautiful country. I can't wait to go over there. I don't know how the scene is over there, like the MMA. I don't know if it's big or not, but hopefully they, sell a lot of tickets, bring a lot of people to the venue and watch this fight, because I'm ready, man. I'm ready to deliver a great show, a great performance. And I hope a lot of people watch it because it's going to be good.
Well, I suspect they'll have a really hot crowd, and not just because you're fighting in the main event, but they've got one of their own, Nawad Lahad. He's born in Israel, and he's fighting on the card, too. So the scene must not be too bad over there.
Yeah, that's good to hear. Hopefully he brings everybody out to see him and everybody else fight. Always good when you fight with a great crowd. Yeah, man, hopefully it's good. Hopefully we sell out, and can't wait.
Now, since you've tasted the power that both men have in their hands, who would you say is the harder hitter of the two, Daly or Koreshkov?
Man, I think all the same, honestly, man. 'Cause you really don't feel as much, in the fight. But I think they both hit really hard. I don't know, man. I'll say the same. They're both hard hitters.
Well, the one thing I will definitely say for Koreshkov that I don't see from Daly is that he's a little bit more unorthodox. He likes to really mix things up in there.
Yeah, he does. Daly's more of a traditional Thai guy. Koreshkov likes the steaming stuff. He mixes it up a little more than Daly. It's just different styles, He's also taller, so but I fought both guys. I fought in the Ford. I know what to expect, and I prepared very well for him. And can't wait to show that next week.
Well, speaking of how tall he is, do you think that's a difficult cut for him? I mean, you're both about the same height, but you've been making this cut quite a ways, and I don't know, it could get to be hard for him after a while.
Man, I don't know. He doesn't look like he's struggled to make weight. He looks big as crap. But I don't think his weight is that much higher than before, because he looked really healthy at the weigh-ins. Like when I fought him, he didn't look dried off, like most people do when they cut weight. So I don't know, man. I think he's just light boned or something because, he looks big, at 170 at weigh-ins. So I think that's the way he is. I don't think he struggles that much to make 170.
No, probably not. But I've seen reports that he gets up as high as 180, 190, up there. And
oh, okay. Well, I get to 205 every time. That's my walking and run weight. And that's a miserable cut because I'm at 205, but I'm not fat, I still look lean at 205. So I don't know, man. I don't know how much longer I can make 170, but, until I move up, you got to keep doing it.
Well, I always like to ask you what's changed, what's evolved since the last time I've seen you perform. Obviously, the biggest thing I took away from the fight with Daly was you seemed even faster with your hands than you were before. I don't know how much faster that can get, but you were sure popping Daly repeatedly throughout that fight.
That's good to hear. Thank you for that. Man, I haven't really changed much. I've just been trying to get everything better, tighter, I've been working a lot on my boxing. I have been working a lot more than before, though, my hands and stuff. I think the power is getting, harder, so that's a good thing, speed. So I'm just trying to get better. Every day I'm trying to improve, on everything, my wrestling, my jiu-jitsu, striking. So I'm just trying to be a complete fighter. I know everybody, this new generation that's coming, they're very good, and just trying to be ready for everybody,
Now, when I go back over Koreshkov's record, besides the fact that you fought him before, obviously, that was a fight where he took the title from you, there are some interesting fights that I can find in his record that I glean a little bit from here and there, like when he fought Ben Askren, the only loss so far in his record, and in that fight, he was pretty much out-wrestled and tired out, just worn out by the continual wrestling of Ben Askren. Would that play into your game plan at all?
Well, we'll see. I'm prepared for that. I have been wrestling a lot, so we'll see how the fight goes, without giving away the game plan. I'm prepared, man. If he wants to wrestle, I'm ready for that. I'm ready to wrestle back this time. So I'm, like I said before, I'm just prepared for everything. I train for every aspect, for every situation, that the fight takes place. I'll be ready. So, gotta let it all out comes next week.
All right. Well, speaking of next week, what time do you fly out? I'm sure you want to get there a little early to get used to the jet lag and all.
Yeah, man, I wanted to get there a little early, but it didn't work out. I'm going on Saturday. This Saturday I fly out, Saturday afternoon. I get there Sunday. So we got about 3 days for weigh-ins, 4 days to the fight. Shouldn't be bad. I know it's a long flight, but, man, as soon as I get there, all I got to do is sleep, rest, and that's it. Just light training to cut the weight. The hard training is pretty much over. So right now it's just a weight cut, and then we go. So shouldn't bother me. It never did before, and that's not going to be a problem.
Any thoughts about it being on tape delay? It'll be live at Mettachin for the people lucky enough to be there, but the rest of us are going to have to wait a day to see it.
Yeah, man. It happened last time too. The show in England. I don't really like it, but nothing we can do. All the time difference and stuff. I wish it was live for everybody, But yeah, it is what it is. I just gotta go over there and put a great performance, So at some time, a lot of people are gonna watch it. So somebody, you just gotta fight good, and that's it.
Well, that's what I told Daly when I talked to him. I said, even though it was on delay, it didn't seem to hurt the numbers. It still did a good audience.
Yeah, that's what I heard too, So that's it. You just gotta fight good. The audience will be there. They're gonna hear about it. They're gonna watch it for sure. So, man, just looking forward to putting on a great show. Get a lot of viewers and get our names out there even more.
Do you feel this is like the culmination of a quest now, that it's coming full circle, that you get this chance to take back the belt that Koreshkov took from you?
Definitely, man. Man, that works out in the end. I know I've been through some tough years, but, circle of life, we're right here back at it, fighting for that belt one more time. And, man, I can't wait. Can't wait to put that strap on again.
Well, we can't wait to see that fight. So it's coming up November 10th, the Mettachin Arena in Tel Aviv, Israel, and the next day on Spike TV. But Douglas, before I let you go, I always say I want to let you promote what you want to promote. So teammates, sponsors, social media, go for it.
Man, just thank you guys for following me, all the fans. Thank you my sponsors, Alienware, All Max, DT Loans, my manager, Sucker Punch Entertainment, Hayabusa. Man, thank all the fans, thank all my training partner and coaches for the training. I'm ready to represent, ready to fight hard, 25 minutes if it takes. Let's get this belt back, man. Thank you guys for the support, and can't wait.
Yeah, we can't wait either. It's the Spartan and the Phenom on November 10th, next day on Spike TV. So don't miss the fight. And Douglas, thank you so much again.